Alright, it's Jaytoday.
Gwentomorrow.
And we're back with another adventure. So currently it is 6:33
On a foggy morning.
on 9/20/2024. And it is, well, my car says 78 degrees, but I can guarantee that's not actually the temperature. It's probably more like 50 something. 62 actually. Looks like we got rain last night, which is, I didn't even realize it was going to rain.
Yes, you did. They were
Did I?
saying thunderstorms.
Huh. Well, I wasn't paying attention, probably. But anyway, so I figured I'd turn the camera on because we're going on a little adventure again, and I figured we'd bring you guys along. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go driving. And we're going to go driving all the way down to the outskirts of Chicago.
To Lisle.
But we're not going to go into Chicago. It'll be on 294.
To Lisle, Illinois.
There you go, that place. And we're going to take 41 down instead of 43. So hopefully the construction's not too bad.
We may hit morning going to work traffic in Milwaukee or Chicago.
No, well, in Milwaukee for sure,
that should
probably.
Be fun. But we are not going to work. Yay!
Because it is Friday, so, like, yeah. So,
because it's Friday, we're not going to work.
No, because you'll hit morning traffic for Milwaukee. And, honestly, I don't think it'll be too bad by the time we get down there, because it'll be it takes about 2 hours to get there, so maybe not too bad.
That'll probably be the tail end of it.
Yeah.
Very glad not to be working today, though. Yay for a day off.
Not too shabby.
And did you say we were time-lapsing it, Jake, today?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Nice try. You're so funny.
Well, it looks cool I think it looks cool when it's still a little bit dark out and you see everybody's taillights going super fast. You don't notice that as much in the daytimes.
Well, you get time lapse it like a little bit like shortly, but not right now, maybe.
Gonna miss out.
And I'm not sure what time the sun rises this morning, but probably not going to get that. So, but that's okay.
Well,
it's kind of
you're
little
kind
bright
of
over
on
there.
the verge.
I feel like
It's just very cloudy.
I feel like if it would have risen, it would already have been up. Because it's 6:36. So.
Well, it's very cloudy.
Yeah. No sunrise this morning, and that's just okay sometimes. Just had to deal with that. Dun, 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 dun. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and time lapse it maybe because my passenger's being crazy, and we'll go from there.
Milwaukee.
There you go. Currently here in the outskirts of Milwaukee. Haven't made it to Wauwatosa. Still a little ways down the road.
Not really a fan of Milwaukee.
I don't mind it. And so far, it being 8:25 too, and 71 degrees, it's actually not too bad. But then again, who knows? We haven't even got closer to the...
So are you saying the traffic's not bad?
It doesn't seem bad,
of the
yeah.
temperature outside?
No.
I don't see the correlation.
I'm just telling people that it's 71 degrees outside, and it's 8:26. So, like, I feel like being that it's a Friday, rush hour should be done. Like, if you are on your way to work, and I feel like you should have been at work already. Just my thought. Unless you're flexing your time, which then that's okay too, I guess.
So glad you're in charge of everybody's work day.
I'm not. Anyway, so... Asking me if I want to take a break.
That means you're not staying in your lane.
That is not the case. No, I'm staying in my lane. Don't be crazy over there. Perfectly staying in the lane that I need.
It only thinks you need a break if you're being wiggly.
No, that's not the case. Yeah, it definitely smells a lot more. It smells like petroleum down here. Like, it's really weird. Like, way more petroleum than it needs to smell like.
Which is not even, like, it's a smell, but it also, like, you feel like you're breathing it. Like, it's just thick.
Really weird.
Not very.
It smells like a construction site is what it, like very similar to that. Wauwatosa. closed ahead. It wasn't for that car, you know that, right? There's another car up here that's on the side of the road. Silly, you didn't even see it. It was out of your side, and it's probably not even there. Like, you put it down and you lied. Like,
how do you know somebody just didn't have the red
there's a
light?
car right there.
So
There's a car right there.
it's still there then, right? So what did I do wrong?
I'm just saying you didn't know. Sometimes Gwen gets happy of pushing the buttons on the Waze. That's what we call it, the Waze. And there was a car. It said there's a car on the shoulder, and we passed it. And then another one came up and said there's a car on the shoulder, and then she hit the button, but you couldn't even see it. Like, so you'd be lying to Waze, and then other people getting confused and stuff. Just throws the dynamics off.
I would hope that people actually go by what they see out the window of their car than on the screen inside their car.
Here's something else. Anyway, so that's the kind of shenanigans I have to deal with. Shenanigans.
That's a sad life. Sad life. Yes, let's bypass Chicago.
Dun, 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 dun. Apparently I use a lot of windshield wiper fluid. Who doesn't want to clean windshields? Why we say?
There's just a little buggy currently.
Not too buggy. There won't be too buggy. that Jeep go. See you later, buddy. See you later. And then this Cadillac. You do you. You do you. And I'm gonna do me. It's just gonna be just okay.
Whoa.
Sometimes you have to do that. Get way over there. Way over there. Too fast for conditions. Why didn't it say too slow? Wouldn't it be funny if it said too slow?
Because I don't think anybody's going too slow.
It'd be pretty funny if it was done too slow.
You're going too fast.
You're going too fast. I'm going just okay.
Clearly, you're not.
Just okay. Think he's changing a light to those UV purple ones that they have? Or is he going to put a regular light up there? You never know. You never know. Maybe we won't take the bypass on the way back. Didn't we get caught up in that crap last time? We'll just go the long way and then cut over on 894. No, thank you.
Although I don't think we were really at a standstill last time. It was slow for quite a while.
Yeah. Extremely slow. This road is junk. Good thing they built cars to last these awesome roads they have here in Wisconsin. Well, that's true.
And you've seen worse roads in the South.
Yeah, but I mean, it just
What is that?
stuff. It looks like a component of stuff. Bang, 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 bang. You need a break. It's just okay.
I like to be in the lane with no lines.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, you're something else. Something else. And not there. Not there today, buddy. Not there today. What are you doing?
That black Jeep looks like nobody's in the driver's seat.
Here's something that I figured I'd share with you guys. It's kind of interesting, and this is one reason why you can't really lie about it. So if you ever get stopped by a police officer for speeding in an area, this has happened to me one or two times.
When are you getting stopped for speeding?
I said if I got, like, this happened a while back.
This happened to you one or two times.
A while back.
So anyway, what's going on?
Anyway, you can't lie about you didn't know the speed limit, because the cars now have technology where they put it on the screen, on you, so you're like, and I'll just give you an example. So I was stopped by a state trooper, like many years ago, well, probably 2 years ago.
It's been many years ago if you're talking about newer technology.
Anyway, so it was when we were down in Tennessee. I stopped by a state trooper, and it was out near Dunlap, I think, like by Whitwall or whatever. And he pulled me over and said, "Is there a reason why you're speeding?" And I said, "I didn't know I was speeding." And then I looked over, and you could clearly see on the monitor, like the GPS monitor thing that the car had, because I had the Venza at the time, it had the speed limit in the corner. And again, I just wasn't paying attention, so it was my fault. But he gave me a warning and let me go, so that was pretty cool. But that's just one interesting thing on the new cars now. You can't, like, if you're caught speeding, it's like you have the technology around you
That was never a really good excuse anyway.
It kind of was.
Not really.
Yeah, it was.
The dog ate my homework.
Crazy. Clearly used it, but it didn't work. Alright, so I think we're going to go back to time lapse, because we got 86 more miles to go. Maybe when we get to the border of Illinois and Wisconsin, we'll record again, but who knows? We'll see you guys shortly. We're almost into...
Welcome to Illinois.
Nope, now we're in Illinois. And I thought I turned that off, but apparently it came back on. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. So, in case there was any doubt. It's currently 9:08. 76 degrees outside now. We've gotten a little bit warmer now. Just a tad bit warmer. Just a tad bit. Yep. 16 miles to the Oasis. Considering we were there last week, hopefully nothing has really changed. Hopefully no more stuff has closed down. About 54 miles to get to our destination. I always like to have a clean windshield, but apparently the bugs have other plans for me, and they make it not so clean. Not so clean. Wasn't that car that was on a trailer almost the same thing? Doesn't it seem like it? 6'6" Healy. I bet that guy's tall. I bet it's one of those cars that like, you get like a 6-foot guy that comes out of it or whatever. Apparently they're really comfortable from the couple people I've talked to. Which is really interesting because they're really tiny.
Very low to the ground. Are starting to fall. Didn't really see a whole lot of color changing on the way down. I mean, you can see a little bit, but not much. Still got a ways to go, and it's like they're like
I don't like that tree to the right, like, it's brown. It's not even red.
So it's probably just from how the weather has been.
Oh, yeah.
Might have a season where you don't have a lot of colors.
That would not be
Or they just
cool.
go straight to fallen.
That would not be cool. I want some color changing. Color changing. Well, it's a Friday. Oh, that truck is smoking, guys. I don't know if you see that. Hopefully it's not on fire. That would not be good. That was off to the right.
Looked like something in the engine, maybe. Because he had the hood open on that.
Yeah, I saw that. Oasis. Looks like it's going to storm down here.
I don't think it's supposed to, though.
Looks stormy to me.
Yeah, but it looks fine over there. To the right.
What? Get out of here. I'm going to say stormy.
Okay.
And the Oasis. Let's see what gas is today over here. I'm betting almost $4 for regular. $3.79. What a joke. Never pump up here. Never. Ever, 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 ever. I've learned the hard way.
Oh, it smells like gas. That's not good.
I didn't even smell it. Time to get an awesome spot. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, we're ready to go. And with that, let's get going. Got a nice little clean window now.
All kinds of mobs of people on the inside from those two tour buses.
Bay bus. I wonder where they're coming from.
Wonder where they're going to. Lots of people in Packer clothing, though.
And the brewer thing. Maybe they're going to the Brewers.
Oh, yeah. We wear shirts and Packer shirts. Is there a game this weekend?
How do I know?
So.
I mean, I don't know if it's in town, but I don't watch that. All right, let's go. So we have about just a little bit more than a half an hour. Yeah, it does look like it's clearing up over here and it's raining over there, possibly downtown Chicago. Today was the busiest I've ever seen Oasis, but I guess that doesn't help that they had 2 big buses there. It is quite busy in there for what we're usually seeing when we're in there.
Oh my gosh, look, there's just like a line of like black cloud going straight down on the left.
Yeah.
And like, that's really
like the rain.
Strange.
It's probably rain, maybe. You just keep going
it
to
looks
the...
like cloud.
You just keep going to the right, and we'll go to the left.
Maybe something...
No. You keep going to the left, and we'll go to the right. There, now I got it right. Almost had it wrong for like a minute or 2.
Maybe it's just smoke or something. Like maybe it's just trapped in the pollution dome of Chicago and it's bounced back down.
It's probably rain. Because look, there's little drops on my window. Raindrops keep falling on my window, which is why I have to use my windshield wipers. Yeah, it's rain. Well, just hopefully it's raining over that way and not where we're going.
Well, we're curving to the right, so hopefully we'll be alright. But yeah, that super big, low cloud on the left is just really strange looking. Like it goes all the way down to the ground.
Because it's super rain. Super rain. Super rain. it's actually lighter over here. And I was like, oh, maybe we're not even going to get the rain. But look at what happened here. Getting a little rain there. Crazy rain. Oh, and it looks like it's been raining for a while over here.
Well, good. Then maybe that means it's moving off to the left. I do appreciate wipers, though.
I did have wipers on. Oh, and the bikers getting all wet. Well, it does look like it's clearing up, so that's cool. Hopefully. Well, it's getting harder first, but it's then clearing up. Hopefully.
Stop jinxing us.
Hopefully.
Stop, be done talking about it completely. Just shush.
You shush.
I am shush.
Clearly not, because you're talking to me, weirdo. That's funny. Oh, that truck looks that. Wow.
At first I thought it didn't have a back door at all, but it was just so dented in.
This is pretty nice.
Stop talking. You're gonna jinx us again and it's gonna start coming this way.
You can't do that, it's already going that way.
Shh.
crab walk. I think that'd be pretty cool.
A what?
Crab walk. Where both axles will go one way. The front and the back. I'm yet to see that. I mean, I've seen it in videos. I want to see it in person, though. Hey! We passed that guy earlier.
Yo, caught back up to him.
Oh, and it rained.
The top's down.
Oh, I just thought of that. Oh, but it looks like he has something covering it up.
Oh, good. Yep, it's a cover. That would have sucked so bad. Such a nice car to be filled with water.
I don't think that's actually the way he had. I mean, yes, it's covered, but like I imagine there's spots still that are getting wet.
Not like if it would be completely open.
Yeah,
that would have sucked.
Oh, and here comes O'Hare Airport. Can already start to see the plane come in, and one going out. So the one to the left looks like it's landing, and the one to the right looks like it's actually taking off. Like, I mean, it's way up there, but still pretty cool, though. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, look at all that craziness. We'll be staying straight because we're cool like that.
I feel like we're curving.
Are you cool like that? No, you're not cool like that. Oh, there's another plane over here off to the left. It's ways out there, but I don't see anything over to the right. Oh, man, got the city or transit coming through up there on the ramp.
This looks like garbage out of the back of the truck.
Garbage for everybody.
Indoor skydiving. It's kind of small for that.
I think it's just like,
Blows you up in the air.
yeah, little blower around thing. I wonder what the weight limit is on that. You think I can get in there in that fat man sky blower thing, whatever?
Be interesting.
Oh, and here comes a plane right over the highway. It's gonna land right there.
Yeah, you can see the little wheels are down.
Yep. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. I don't see. Oh, there's another plane
Okay.
right there to the right, way over there.
Let's look at the car.
I'm looking at the planes. You look at the cars. Man, there's not a whole lot of planes today. It is like 10, not even 10 o'clock though, but
There's one right there. Take it off.
I just said that one right there. I would think there'd be a lot more, like,
You don't want them crashing into each other.
oh. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Interesting indeed. There used to be an oasis right here. As you can see, it's no longer here though. Kind of sad. Not that we've ever been to that one, I don't think. We just always go to Lake Forest. Train yard over here. but like I said, I read an article about it, and I was like, oh,
I know.
that's
I was just looking at the pictures though on the billboard. It didn't look natural.
Weirdo. And shockingly, Chicago's the only place that does that. Like, I mean, there's other places that try to intimidate. That try to intimidate a Chicago hot dog, but like Chicago's that right.
Because I don't think you're gonna intimidate them.
That's what I meant, like right there.
Okay.
You knew what I meant by
imitate. It took me a minute to.
No, it didn't. It did not take you a minute. Why do they got such a huge shoulder over there? I mean, that could be another lane possibly.
So it might be to push snow into in the winter, so you have somewhere for the snow to go and pile up. Because with so many lanes, you probably get a lot of snow that has to be plowed to the sides.
Maybe. I could see that, maybe.
That's just my guess.
Maybe. Check the brake light fluid.
Yep, right before we left.
And the blinker fluid.
Yep, it's all full.
Huh. Interesting. What exit do we want? We want 31A. 31A. A. 31A. Hey. Huh. It's a little silly, but not too silly. Who's honking?
Somebody who can't slow down fast enough would be my guess.
Sound like a semi.
It's like, get out of my way, I can't stop before I hit you. See,
I see.
That's the bike helmet I was saying. He's got the road down the middle of the stripe, and then he's got the route Santa Monica Pier, Route 66. Okay. That is a cool bike helmet.
We'll have to do that one of these days. We'll have to take the Route 66.
But I don't know how to drive a motorcycle yet.
Out to Santa Monica Pier from downtown Chicago. That'd be kind of a cool little road trip.
It starts in downtown Chicago?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Oh,
and then runs all the way out to Santa Monica Pier in California. I didn't know that neither until I started seeing some of the stuff.
How funny that we're by downtown Chicago and there's a guy with a helmet. Well, we're in the vicinity. And then there's a guy with a helmet for the Route 66 for the other end.
I mean, literally, I think we're 20 miles away from downtown.
Which for Chicago is in the vicinity.
In fact, there is the skyscrapers. See him?
Nope.
You can see the Sears Tower from
I can't see through your head.
Look, right there.
Can't see through your head. You got a big head.
I know you're not talking. You can kind of see it over here to the left in the fog, the haze, downtown Chicago. But it's like 20 miles, 25, 30 miles away. If I had a cool passenger, she'd show you.
I'm giving you some authentic traffic noise.
That's nothing.
Soak it
They
up.
didn't get to see the skyline from way over here.
This is what Chicago sounds like.
But they want to see the skyline from way over here.
You can't see it through that.
You can clearly see it right there. I just pointed it out. No. Now you're not going to be able to see it because there's a big building in the way.
So to see it, look at our video that just posted today from the drone of the Chicago skyline, which is very pretty. Blue sky, blue water, all the shiny skyscrapers.
That's a whole different video.
Posted today.
That's a whole different video. Silly.
Which means by the time you watch this, you can find it in our playlist.
There's something else. Dun, 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 gonna rear end that vehicle.
Well, or he's gonna end up stopping.
Or he's gonna split the lane and go like right down the middle.
Well, you don't want to fall over on your motorcycle because you can't go fast enough to keep it up.
Alright, we're going now.
Well,
so fast. Look, we're up to 33.
I feel like
34.
it's gonna be like the rain. You're gonna jinx us.
Man, we were going super fast for
And
like
what
a
did I
minute.
say?
For like a minute, we were doing super fast.
Jinx.
All right, maybe the passenger will show you the skyline from way over here, so you can see the skyline.
You're not gonna be able to see that on
But you might be able to see it from a distance.
No.
Just show them. See, awesome passenger.
Bossy.
See, like you can kind of see it from a distance, but I mean it's way over there. So
it's all hazy.
and now you can't. Now
We're gonna drive forward.
we're gonna drive forward now, but all right. So now I'm getting punched by Gwen over here. She's rude.
It's a violent car.
And mean.
It's a violent car.
Very mean to me. Alright, but yeah, so that was kind of cool. I always like looking at Chicago skyline. I don't know why. Maybe because it's the biggest one we have up here. Like, Milwaukee doesn't really... I mean, Milwaukee has a skyline, but nothing like Chicago. In fact, Chicago has the second biggest skyline in the United States, with I think like 145 buildings that are skyscrapers. And then New York has like 200 and something, which is mind-boggling when you think of it.
I know. Who knew you were up on your skyscraper facts? Wow.
I know.
Or you're just making them up.
No, that's true. I don't know what I know it's 100 and something for Chicago, and then 2 something for New York. Sometimes you just have to put your bike back there, and that's just the way it's going to be. Just the way it's going to be. The noises of Chicago.
Well, it was funny because it sounded like you had your window open.
I did not have my window open.
No, so that must have been like super loud.
Look at this Airstream right here. It's pretty cool.
Airstream.
If I had a camper, I think I'd get one of those just because it looks so cool.
Iconic.
Yep.
Aerodynamic. Shiny. Lots of rivets.
And it's probably not even that old. It's probably only probably within the last 20 years.
Oh, so they're splitting the highway up ahead.
Good for them. Good for them. And I bet those semis aren't supposed to be over there, but that's just...
There is nothing saying otherwise.
Oh. We want 88 anyway.
What mile? Aurora. Oh wait, are we merging with them? I hope not. That traffic is all at a standstill over there. I think that's what we just left though.
Did you just ask if we were bridging with them?
Merging. I said merging.
Sound like you said bridging.
Sounds like I said that tow truck is not in its own lane. Whoa, it's
Spikies
like
are
really
in my
not
lane.
in his lane.
What the flip, man? Dude, you're not even in your lane.
Well, okay.
Your spikies are in my lane. And then there's a vehicle over here. So
his
like,
lane was ending.
well, like no blinker, no nothing.
Are we taking this one?
Yes. Yes, we are. Getting away from people that don't know how to drive. Including my passenger.
Well, you never give the passenger a chance to drive.
What? She can drive whenever she wants.
We can take the Subaru with the camera.
Well, I've been saying that for a while. Technically, we took the Subaru down here today, but...
What?
We could have took the Subaru down here today.
Well, you didn't say that.
You just didn't ask.
The Subaru was not awake, though, at that time.
Excuses. DuPage County, so no longer in Cook County, which I believe Chicago's in.
This is a lot nicer, not so squeezy with the big trucks.
Squeezy with the big trucks. Nobody likes the squeezies.
Hopefully that's not our ramp.
Nobody likes the squeezies.
Nope.
Nobody likes the squeezies. The squeezies.
We're on a vending machine.
Yep. Yippers.
Boy, you have a noisy car.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Silly.
Well, it's nice that the sun came out for us right as we're getting to our destination, 7 miles.
I agree.
Sunny.
Very nice. It's 82 degrees too. Nice and muggies.
I don't think it's supposed to be humid.
It's muggies,
I think it's supposed
probably.
to be nice out.
It's probably muggies. You never know. You never know. have that lane. What is that about?
Maybe somebody else was trying to get over too. Nobody sees the semis.
Laying on a horn for no reason. Like, that's so
Well,
weird.
there might have been somebody else coming from on the other side of them too. That was.
Downers Grove is where we're at. Downers Grove.
What a downer, man. Downer.
Whoa, why is that semi like that? Do you
Yeah, it
see
looks
that?
crooked, doesn't it?
It does.
I think the container on it is crooked.
That is some weird stuff. Like,
Yeah, the container is put on there crooked. No, it's driving straight. It's just that the container on it was
That
crooked.
is so weird.
Somebody
Holy
did not
cow.
do a good job when they put the container on there.
That is so weird. I hope you guys were able to see
Or
that.
he went over a great big bump and it shifted the container.
I don't know, but it was weird. Looks like we're in Lisle now, if that's how you say it.
Lisle crocodile.
But I don't even know if that's how you say it.
It is.
Well, we don't know.
It is.
We
Lisle.
don't know.
Lisle.
You don't know.
The Lisle that is Lisle.
And I think with that, we're probably going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you guys like this kind of content, please feel free to subscribe, like, share, follow. And with that, we'll catch you on the next adventures here, there,
and everywhere.
Talk to you later.
And if you have suggestions for new places, leave them in the comments. Bye.